Day 2 of my blood sugar diet. Wednesday the 18th of May. Today was always going to be a challenge because I do a networking breakfast called For Networking, and you turn up and you get a nice big breakfast of fried egg, sausages, potatoes, etc., etc. So it was always going to be a challenge to see how I could cope with it, but I was very good. I had just a pear and an apple for breakfast, and I don't feel too hungry at all. So that's good, and she'll carry on throughout the day. Tomorrow's going to be an even bigger challenge because tomorrow night I'm going to a seminar workshop, and they're serving a 3-course meal. I've just had the menu, and it looks really, really nice. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to cut that back to fit within the 800 calories a day. Seems to be a bit of salad on it, and as Joe was talking to me last night about it, I'm going to have to learn to eat nuts and green stuff, which I normally don't eat. The last time I did the 5-2 diet and I lost the weight, the diet days were 600 calories, and I managed not to eat anything pretty much during the whole day, and just then have some eggs and beans in the evening most of the time. But I don't think I'll be able to do that for 8 weeks on the straight. And as we were discussing, the whole idea of this is to re-educate my palate to be a more healthy eating style, Mediterranean type style, so a lot more green things and veggies. But yes, it was a bit of a struggle this morning watching people eating their lovely sausages and bacon and eggs and hash browns and beans. Yeah, making me feel hungry just thinking about it. On a plus side this morning, though, I woke up and weighed myself, just see what it was there, and I'd lost just over a kilo in weight in a day, which isn't necessarily ideal, I don't think. It's probably just the fact I woke up and hadn't had lots to drink, so it was possibly that there. But it's always a positive start to lose the weight. I was 96 yesterday, and it was 94.8 this morning. So I think today what we're going to do is do a bit more planning of the meals. We were looking through the various recipes in the book last night in the magazine, and most of them actually our kids would eat anyway, which is great. It's just whether or not I would eat them. So we need to figure out which ones that I'm going to have to force myself to eat rather than pick the ones that I like and eat the same thing for 8 weeks. So there we go. So sitting outside the house, actually, in the car, doing an Elliot. And it's a former colleague of mine from Business Link days who does this video blog on life and business. It's quite a good blog, actually. You should go look at it if you're interested in that sort of thing. But he does it from his car before seeing a client, and then plays a bit of music, which he likes, and then discusses the client visit afterwards. So, doing an Elliot. Hopefully I shall catch up again at some other stage.